Good afternoon, Ben. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, I can.
Mm. I let you do homework. Did you do it, by the way?
You mean workbook, right?
Yes, workbook. Workbook. We did number 1, right? And number 2, I skip it. And number 3 is also finished. Number 4 is finished.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, number 5 and 6
number 5.
is their homework.
Yeah, homework. So 5. I want to start number 5. First of all, I want to know the meaning of the words, whether you could, whether you understand it or not. And
Wait, let me open my book. Wait.
Mhm.
Let me open my book. Wait a minute.
Ben, are you ready? Michael Pugh, are you with me?
Yes.
I'm going to check what book. Take out what book? Number 5. Ben will come, so including you, there will be 2. I need to go the.
Hello, teacher. I want
Yep. Yeah, you are back. Okay. Without further ado, what does it mean? How do you understand my without further ado? It means immediately. Another word for without further ado means immediately. Immediately. And next one. At the same time, after a while, previously. Yeah, it means earlier, right? Previously, in no time. How do you understand by in no time?
almost like magic without waiting.
Very quickly. To make it simple, in no time means very quickly. And regularly, finally, instantly. How do you understand by instantly?
Haven't immediately without delay.
Instantly, immediately, at once, the same. At once. Eventually. Eventually means finally, in the end, right? That way. Okay, so you know the meaning of these. Without further ado, Ben, can you give me what your sentence for without further ado?
Without further ado, let's play hide and seek.
Okay, after a while. Bang Go Pyo, your sentence, please.
After a while, the the homework were finished.
After a while means after a while the homework will be the homework was after a while the homework will be finished.
Will
You
be
mean?
finished. Yeah.
How about in no time? In no time, Ben. Ben, in no time.
He finished his homework in no time.
It means very quickly, yes. And regularly, Bang Go Pyo.
He does his homework regularly.
And finally, Ben.
So finally, the cake was ready to be served.
Yes. At the same time, Bang Go Pyo.
The plane was flying. Flying. Wait.
At the same time. Ben, can you say the answer for at the same time?
She and our sister both wake up at the same time every morning.
Correct. Previously, Bang Go Pyo, your sentence. Ben, you are alone, so could you please tell me the answer for previously?
Previously, he had a fertile named Speedy.
Can you repeat? Previously,
Previously, he had a pet turtle named Speedy.
instantly,
He pressed the button and instantly the light turned on.
yeah, okay. Eventually,
They practiced singing every day and eventually became quite good.
yeah, eventually, in the end, it was good. During, Bang Go Pyo,
The
can you
birds,
give me the sentence for during?
Okay.
When we-
We always play with water during the dinner.
During danger. During danger only. Okay, so I will do number 6. Number 6, in the dialogue below, some of the verbs need to be in the present simple because they are verbs of perception. So it means that state verbs, they cannot be used for ing. While the others can be in the present continuous. But in some sentences, you need to use present continuous, depending on the situation. Okay, so the first part, Ben, could you please start reading?
I feel sick and I'm going home now. I see that you haven't finished your meal yet. I think it will be better to wait until afterwards. I
Wait,
know what
the
is.
first, wait, Ben, wait.
Yes.
First one is not for general. So you say, I'm feeling sick. That is better.
Yeah, okay.
Feeling sick. That is why you are going home. You are going home now. The specific time. And the second one, correct. I see that you haven't finished your meal yet. So it is general. So it must be I see. I see. And the second one also perception, verb of perception. That is one C only. And second one, I think, your opinion. So it must be present simple, I think. Up to that is okay. Fine, go on.
I know.
Key, you are doing workbook page number 28. I'm gonna share the screen here. My laptop cannot join to the Wi-Fi yet. It's still connecting. Continue. Fine, go continue.
Yeah. I know. I know. That is. Seem.
I know that.
I know
I know
that.
that.
That. It seems like a good idea, but it would be good if I stay longer and eat more. And the food will taste is fine to me, and it looks is all right too.
Okay, wait. I know. It is state verb, so we say I know. I know. We cannot use ing. And seem can be used as seem is a state verb, so you cannot use it for ing. It seems, S-E-E-M-S. And the food tastes fine to me. The food tastes, T-A-S-T-E-S, general, so it must be taste. It is also general and the state verb, so it must be it looks. Verbs of perception. Okay, next. Bang, continue.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
It is looking. So, is it okay? Looking is a verb of positive.
It is looking all right too. For example, you look nice. We say that way. It is verb of perception. We don't use ing form because in some situation, look means you look, you see. So you can say like I'm looking at the board, whiteboard. So in this situation, it is for action. So you can use ing. But in this case, it looks all right too. We use look because of right. Right is adjective. Adjective is follow. So in this case, looks is perception. Look is for perception. So it looks all right is better. Pan, do you understand what I mean?
Yeah,
Mm.
I got it.
It looks
Okay,
all right
I
now.
hear-
Can you continue?
Yeah, I hear and understand what you're saying, but I really believe I need to leave right now.
Yes. Here is also for perception, verb of perception. So only present simple. And also the same as understand. Understand here the same. No ing form. So we use present simple. Understand what you are saying. I hear and understand what you are saying. It is for now. So in this case, say can be used. It is an action, ing. Next one, I really believe. Believe is for perception too. No ing form. I believe I need is also perception. No ing form. I believe I need to leave. I believe I need to leave. And it is useful. I think that's all.
Yes.
Anything else? No? Yeah, the rest are not that great. So I skipped them. I want to start unit 5. Everybody go to unit 5. In unit 5, there are some interesting lessons. Everybody, course book unit 5. In unit 5, the first thing that I'm going to do is 5A. Other lives, 5A. Living underground. UG, right? Living UG. Living underground. So I will give you a few minutes. You need to prepare. You need to read quickly, and to be able to understand more, check some whole words in dictionary. Try to understand the text quickly. Do that first. I will give you a few minutes. Only a few minutes. Read quickly to get general idea. What is the text about? Molly, Dominic, Molly. Molly. Are you finished?
Oh, yeah, teacher. Finish.
I hope you start reading.
Living underground requires a seismic physiological shift. One has to plan every action, however small, and seemingly designed.
I hope you. I can't hear you. Can you
Okay.
say again? Living underground requires a seismic psychological shift.
So what is gun? Can you hear me now?
Mm,
Okay.
I can.
Living underground requires a seismic pathological
Psychological
psychological shift. One has to plan every action, however small and seemingly
insignificant.
insignificant. Nothing is innocent. Everything is questioned.
Questions.
You cannot be yourself. You must fully inhabit whatever role you have assigned.
Assumed.
Assumed. Assumed. I became
Okay. Wait. Stop.
Yes.
Living underground. You know, underground these days, right? Some people are underground. They have to live underground. Underground, UG, the same. Living underground requires a seismic psychological shift. Seismic psychological means like psycho, psychological, and it is something concerned with mental. And seismic means very quick. It is as quick as an earthquake. Seismic psychological, it is quick. It is as quick as an earthquake. Earthquake like mental shift. You must be quick for your action. One has to plan every action. Whenever you do, you must plan. You must plan. However small and seemingly insignificant, even it is a small case, you must plan. You must plan everything because it is so dangerous. Nothing is innocent. Everything is questioned. Whenever you do things, you must think ahead what can happen. You cannot be yourself. You must fully inhabit whatever role you have assumed. So if you must be able to do any role. You may be a chauffeur. Chauffeur means personal driver, or you may be a tricycle driver. You may be a chef. You cannot be yourself, right? You must pretend to be someone because you have to live underground. So insignificant means not clear. Although it is not, you must, yeah, it seems unimportant. It means like that. You must be able to pretend the different roles. You must be able to take the different roles, right? And second paragraph, Yongke will go on reading. I became a creature.
I began a creature. I will keep to my hideout during the day and Emma to do my work when it became dark. I operated mainly from Westside,
I operated manual Johannesburg.
Johannesburg, but I will travel as necessary. I stay in empty flats in people house, whenever I
People
could be alone
houses.
and inconspicuous. Although I'm gregarious
Precarious
person,
person.
I love
Solitude.
even more. I welcome the opportunity to be myself, to plan, to think, to talk, but we can have too much solitude. I was
Solitude.
terribly
Wait.
lost some.
Stop. I became a creature of the night. So it means that he could do things at night secretly. By the way, do you know him? Who knows? You could see the picture. He is a famous one. Agobio, who is he?
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh? Really? You don't know?
Yes. Yeah.
Ben, who is he?
I haven't seen him before.
You have never seen him before?
Yeah.
He is a famous person. Ben, who is he? You are glitching. He is Nelson Mandela, a famous one. He has written this text. That is why Nelson Mandela. He is the first Black president of South Africa. Oh, I thought everybody knows him. The first Black president of South Africa. After spending 27 years in prison, he stayed in prison for 27 years. Then he became the first Black president of South Africa. When he was living underground, he wrote this text about his life. He became a creature of the night means he had to do things at night. In the daytime, he had to hide. At night, he had to do things secretly. I would keep to my head out during the day. So it means he had to keep. Now he is dead. He had to stay secretly, hide during the daytime, and he could do things. He could do his work at night, only when it became dark. He worked. Operated means work, mainly from Johannesburg, but I would travel as necessary. So according to the nature of his work, he had to travel at the time. He tried hard for his country, so he had to travel. So where did he stay? In empty flats, people houses. So whenever he stayed, he just stayed alone because safety was very important for him. Inconspicuous, sorry. Inconspicuous means he couldn't. He just stayed in invisible way. He didn't want to be seen. Inconspicuous, he didn't want to be seen. He didn't want to be seen by the others. Although I am a gregarious person, gregarious means sociable. Although I am a gregarious person, I love solitude. In general, he is a friendly person. He is a sociable person, but during that time, he wanted to be alone. Solitude means alone. He wanted to stay alone. I welcome the opportunity to be by myself. So it means that he loves to stay together with the others. At the time, he didn't want to mingle with the others. He just stayed alone. He just wanted to stay alone because he wanted to plan, he wanted to think, he wanted to plot. He was doing the important things for the country, so he had to do many things, so he wanted to stay alone. But one can have too much solitude. He had to stay alone. He wanted to stay alone. That is the main idea. Let's go to the third paragraph. Ki Gong, I'm terribly lonesome.
Okay. Or terribly lonesome for my wife and family. The key to being underground is to be invisible. As a leader, one often seeks prominence. As an outlaw, the opposite is true. When underground, I did not walk as tall or stand as straight. I spoke more softly with less clarity and distinction. I was more passive. Yeah, distinction. I was more passive, more how can I spell it? More.
I was passive, more and obtrusive. And obtrusive.
Okay, and obtrusive. I did not act for things bad. Let people tell me what to do. I did not shave or cut my hair. My most frequent disguise was as a chauffeur.
No, chauffeur.
Chauffeur,
driver.
chauffeur, chef, or a garden
Chef.
boy. Yeah.
Chauffeur, chef.
Or chauffeur, chef.
No, chauffeur.
Chauffeur, okay.
Chef.
Chauffeur, chef, or a garden boy. I would wear the blue overalls of the field worker and often wear round,
All
rimless glasses known as meso
What do
Maserati. Maserati
classes?
Tea glasses. I had a car and I wore a
Chauffeur's cap.
chauffeur cap with my
Overalls.
overalls. The pose of chauffeurs were convenient because I could travel under the pretext of driving my master car.
Yes.
Okay.
The key
Ju-
to being underground is to be invisible, you know. At the time, he had to live underground, so the main thing is not to be seen, not to be seen, to be invisible. Invisible means not to be seen. As a leader, he is a leader. So one often seeks prominence as an outlaw. Prominence as an outlaw. So it means that one seeks prominence means being significant as an outlaw. Outlaw means criminal. As an outlaw, as a criminal. At the time, he was announced as a criminal, so he had to. The opposite is true. Although it was true, he was an outlaw. That is why he had to seek prominence. While underground, I did not walk as tall or stand as straight. So he had to stay secretly. He could not walk. He had to stay secretly. It means I spoke more softly, with less clarity and distinction. He spoke unclearly, so the people will not notice him. He just stayed insignificant. It means less clarity and distinction. I spoke more softly with less clarity and distinction. So he spoke unclearly. I was more passive, more and obtrusive. It means that at the time, he just listened to the others. He didn't talk a lot because he didn't want to be noticed. He didn't want to be noticed, so he didn't talk a lot. He was just passive. And I didn't ask for things, but let people tell me what to do. So he didn't talk a lot. I did not shave or cut my hair. I did not shave or cut my hair. And so he wanted to disguise as someone else. And disguise, he pretended to be. My most frequent disguise, it means he pretended to be a chauffeur. Chauffeur means personal driver. Chauffeur is a kind of driver, but personal driver. Chef, cook, you know that. Or maybe a garden boy. He had to disguise as a chauffeur, a chef, or a garden boy. I would wear the blue overalls of the field worker. And sometimes he had to disguise as a farmer, it means field worker. And often wore round rimless glasses, very big glasses, and the name of the glasses is here. I had a car and I wore a chauffeur's cap. He had to wear a driver's cap, right? So to be pretended as a chauffeur, as a personal driver. The post of chauffeur was convenient. It was quite convenient because I could travel under the pretext of driving my master's car, so that people would notice that he was traveling. It means like that. All right, let's continue next. I go go. During those early months,
During those early months, when there was a warrant for my
Warrant.
warrant
arrest,
for my arrest, and I was being uh,
pursuit,
pursued by the police, and my outlawed existence
caught existence, caught the imagination of the press. Say, caught the imagination of the press. Angopyo, are you with me? Can continue?
From what I was learning.
Oh, so can you start from the second last paragraph? During those early months,
Those early months when there was a warrant for my arrest and I was being pursued by the police. My distress called the imagination of the press articles claiming that I have been here and they were on the front pages. Roadblocks were
instituted.
all over the country, but the police repeatedly came out empty-handed. I traveled secretly about it.
Stop, wait a minute. During those early months, some early months, when there was a warrant, warrant from the police for arrest, I was being pursued by the police. Police, they were tracing him and caught the imagination of the press. Press means media. Through the media, they trying to persuade him to be arrested. Articles claim news articles claiming that I have been here and there were on the front pages. Although they didn't know where he was exactly, they just wrote he was here and there, something like that, to be able to sell their newspapers or magazines. So roadblocks were instituted all over the country. There were some barriers for him. He could be caught easily, it means. Instituted means, a lot of barriers all over the country, that the police repeatedly came up empty-handed. They came and trying to arrest him, but he was quite clever and he could manage to escape from that difficult situation. That is why the police had to go back empty-handed. It means that the police could not catch him. Then continue. I traveled secretly.
I traveled secretly about the country. I was with Muslims in the Cape, with sugar workers in Natal, with factory workers in Port Elizabeth. I moved through townships in different parts of the country, attending secret meetings at night. I would pop here and there to the annoyance of the police and to the delight of the people. There were many wild and inaccurate stories about my experiences underground. People love to embellish tales of daring. I did have a narrow or narrow escapes, however, which no one knew about.
I traveled secretly about the country. He had to travel a lot secretly. And sometimes he was with Muslims. Sometimes he was with sugar workers, people who are from the sugar factory, something like that. Sometimes he had to work with factory workers. I moved through townships in different parts of the country, attending secret meetings at night. At the time, there was no Zoom meeting, so he had to attend secret meetings at night. I would put up here and there to the annoyance of the police and to the delight of the people. Sometimes he had to show up, but for the police, they were annoyed because they could not catch him. There were many wild and inaccurate stories about my experiences underground. There were a lot of stories about his experiences underground. People love to embellish tales of daring. People want to make some stories of his daring mean brave. Some events of brave stories. I didn't have a number of narrow escapes, so it means that he could manage to escape many times. However, which no one knew about. Although many people didn't know about his escapes, he could manage to escape from the police. So we have finished that. Now it is about through this reading test, I want to discuss number two ABC. Pangobio start reading number 2A. Nelson Mandela's attitude.
Nelson Mandela's attitude to life while he was underground.
What is his attitude? Yeah, in the first part, his attitude was mentioned. What is his attitude to life while he was underground? Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Pangobio,
Mm.
can you find his attitude? Ben, can you give me some ideas? Pangobio, please mute. Any idea? In the first paragraph, what did you learn? During the life when he was underground, he must be. In which way should people live? According to the second line, one has to plan every action. So it means that you need to plan for small cases. That is the first one. Right? His attitude is that he must plan every action. He must plan everything in advance, even a small case. He must plan. And another one. He must be alone and inconspicuous. Inconspicuous means that he must be alone and he must be noticeable. And next paragraph. He must be passive. Yeah, it means that he mustn't speak a lot. He must be more passive, more and obtrusive. That is the pattern. Okay. Please say again. Pangobyo, what did you learn about his attitude to life? Why he was living underground?
First, must plan
He
every
must plan.
he must plan and every action,
Mm,
and he could be alone and yeah, inconspicuous,
inconspicuous.
inconspicuous.
Mm,
And next one is he was more passive and more, how to pronounce it? You
obtrusive. More passive and more and obtrusive. More and obtrusive. Obtrusive means yeah, and noticeable. More and noticeable.
Yes.
Say.
Can I say he is strong? But it's not in the test.
Mm. It's not mentioned, but I will discuss it for his character. In the second, the character of Nelson Mandela, the real character of Nelson Mandela through the test. What could you learn? His character. Number, I'm answering for
Courageous.
number B.
Courageous.
Courageous.
Determined.
Courageous means brave. Yeah. In some way, he was brave. He passed away a few years ago. He was courageous. He was brave. Courageous. Anything else?
Determined.
Determined. Determined means like he has already decided to get his goal. He was trying, he focused on his goal. Yes. So it means determined. He was determined, he was courageous.
And visionary.
Visionary. What is visionary?
It's like who have a good idea every time.
So yes, we could say visionary. How about I'm a gregarious person? Do you see?
yes,
Second paragraph. So I explain the meaning of gregarious,
sociable.
sociable. So it is concerned with his personality. So can I put that? According to the situation, he could not mingle with the others and he had to stay alone. But he is a sort of gregarious person. So you can, if you want to learn new words, you need to use that word directly. It means sociable. Gregarious. And what else? He plans even a small case. So it means that he is quite, it starts with C. What kind of person?
Sorry, can you say again?
It starts with C. He, in the first paragraph, you could learn that he does things very carefully. So another word for carefully, because he could be caught by the police easily. So he did things very carefully. So what kind of person he was? Cautious. He was very cautious. Cautious means careful. He did things carefully. So concerning his personality, we could learn that he did things at night secretly. He was courageous, it means brave, determined. He focused on his goal. Visionary, quite similar. Gregarious, sociable. Cautious, it means like careful. He was really careful. Okay, third one, number C. The kind of
Teacher, for the visionary, I said VISI1 ER1. Another one.
of vision behind SIONL. Yeah, he has a clear vision. How about the third one? The kind of activities that he was engaged to. What kind of activities he was engaged to? What kind of jobs did he do while he was underground? For number C, the kind of activities. What kind of activities?
Chauffeur.
Yeah, chauffeur, many jobs, right? Chauffeur, chef, blah blah blah. But what kind? I want. What kind of activities did he do? Did he work daytime or nighttime? Mostly
Nighttime.
nighttime, and also, was it dangerous?
Yes.
So the question, he was engaged. He was engaged in risky. He had to take risk. He could die easily, right? Risky nighttime activities. He did things at night. So you need to put risky also. He had to take risk. Risky nighttime activities. Okay, now I want to discuss the bold words in the test. You could learn about his life. In the first one, seismic psychological. Seismic means earthquake-like. Earthquake-like. Psychological, it is something concerned with mental. Yeah, I'm repeating. Seismic psychological shift. Shift means changing. So it means he must do things very quickly. Insignificant. Michael Pugh, how do you understand my insignificant?
Is an important.
And important. And important. And how about assumed? What role you have assumed? And how do you understand my assumed?
Something that's taken granted believed to be true without necessarily having to be evidence.
And that is the definition of, yeah, that is the dictionary meaning. It means in this case adopted. 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 Operated. How do you understand my operated? To make it simple, John, how do you understand my operated? I operated mainly means I worked. W-O-R-K-E-D, worked. I worked mainly. I operated mainly. I worked mainly. I could be alone and inconspicuous. Inconspicuous. Could be alone and inconspicuous. Inconspicuous. How do you understand my inconspicuous? I have already discussed. What is the meaning of inconspicuous? Ben.
Wow.
Huh? Operated means worked. Correct. I mean inconspicuous. Inconspicuous means and noticeable. And noticeable. Gregarious. How do you understand my gregarious? I am a gregarious person. What kind of person?
Sociable.
Sociable. Yeah. Solitude. Ben, how do you understand my solitude? Can you see? Solitude. Pio, how do you understand my solitude?
I
Being alone.
being alone. Yeah.
Being alone. Solitude means being alone. And here, as a leader, one often seeks prominence, means the significant role, but he could not, but he could not do that. Prominence. How do you understand my prominence? Being noticeable. Opposite or inconspicuous. Being noticeable.
Did you call
Prominence.
me?
Yes, I did. Prominence. How do you understand my prominence?
Me. I asking me.
Being noticeable. Being noticeable. Opposite of inconspicuous. How about outlaw? As an outlaw. What is outlaw?
Criminal.
Criminal. Outlaw means criminal. And next, I spoke more softly with less clarity and distinction. What is the meaning of distinction? Distinct means clear, obvious. He spoke and clearly so that people will recognize his voice that way. So he spoke and clearly, purposely. Distinction means and clear. How about an obtrusive? Ben, how do you understand my an obtrusive? More passive, more and obtrusive. More noticeable. Sorry, more and noticeable. And obtrusive means more and noticeable. And noticeable. And next one, I could travel under the pretext. I could travel under a pretext of driving my master's cars. Pretext. What is the meaning of pretext? Excuse. Excuse of driving my master's car. Excuse of driving my master's car. And next one, roadblocks were instituted. What is instituted? Then how do you understand my instituted?
Organization.
No, that is institute. This is used as a verb. Instituted. Institute is organization, correct? But as a verb, such roadblocks. Roadblocks mean barriers. You know barriers, difficulties, roadblocks. He was being caught. He was being searched by the police. So there were barriers everywhere at the time. He fought for his country. He is a good person. But he was arrested for many years. Instituted all over the country means, difficulties, barriers were set all over the country. And the last one, people love to embellish. How do you understand my embellish? Tales of daring means about his brave stories. They want to make it more attractive. Embellish means make something better. So people love to embellish tales of daring. People love to write the story, his brave story in an interesting way. That is called embellish. Okay, so I have already discussed the meaning of the four words. It is from number 3A. And here I want to discuss semicolon. Let's see semicolon, the punctuation. Where do you see semicolon? Young, can you find semicolon? Semicolon is the same as full stop, but it is less serious.
The next
So-
next page.
In the previous page also, you cannot be yourself. You
Oh,
must
yeah.
fully inhabit whatever role you have assumed. So any other semicolon?
No reason. Oh,
No more semicolon. No more semicolon. Right? Where else?
what?
Where else?
Second page, fifth line, fifth sentence.
Second page, fixed
Yes.
sentence. Wait, what did,
Semicolon.
oh yes, semicolon. So semicolon, instead of putting full stop, you could see a semicolon, right? That's the point. Yeah. I will, I want to give you homework. Please read text 5B in advance. Please read this test in advance. And 5B, 5C, up to 5D, read ahead. I will continue this tomorrow. All you need to do is read the text in advance. Any question?
No, teacher.
Yeah, I will stop here. Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Okay. Nghe là 이번에 그리고 망시.